All right, the Sigma 18 to 35 millimeter art lens. Let's get down to it. Kind of expensive, around 800 bucks. Is it worth it? I'm not going to tell you that because it's up to you. Do a little research, look it up, read some reviews. I'll link to where I got it and on Amazon, and you can read what other people say, what they like, what they dislike. But if you've read anything about the Sigma art lens, as they've been coming out with them, it's kind of really interesting because Sigma was kind of not in the ball game before that, and they're starting to come out with these really, really cool lenses. And I'm shooting with it right now. It's, you know, around 28 millimeters probably. F-stop is at 2.8. And hopefully it's in focus. I'm not sure. It's pretty far away. I can't really tell through the viewfinder there, but or through the LCD display. But I'm shooting it on the GH3, which is a Panasonic camera. I bought the Nikon mount one, and so it's mounted to a Metabones adapter so that it mounts to my camera, so I don't have autofocus on it. And if you're going to do something like that, you have to know how capable you are with manual focus if you like to overshoot, because that's what you'll end up doing if you're doing weddings, that sort of thing, just to make sure you have the shot. A lot of times through the viewfinder itself, it's hard to tell, and so you'll oftentimes take a few with the focus slightly adjusted just to make sure you have it. But the lens itself, the build quality is one of the things that most people are really pleased with, and I am as well. It is really solid feeling. The focus ring and the zoom ring are just really smooth, and something you'd expect out of a really expensive lens, more expensive than the 800 or however much it is now. Basically, it's 1.8 aperture all the way through, so you essentially have, you know, a ton of different primes, but really you have your 18 millimeter prime and your 35 millimeter prime. And so that's really handy if you're doing a lot of traveling, if you're doing a lot of, you know, on the fly stuff where you don't have time to really switch your lens, or you don't really want to switch your lens, and miss those moments. And I was recently traveling where I would want to take a picture that was wide, and I would be fumbling with lenses, and you always have to have a bag, you know, and it's just a hassle, and sometimes you miss those shots you're going for in the first place. And so this lens is kind of big and long, especially if you're shooting with an adapter. If you're shooting on a Nikon or or a Nikon or a Canon camera, or Sigma will make a mount for you, you're good to go, and it's not too long. But yeah, it basically it is a little heavy, so if you're not used to something like that, it can maybe put you off a little bit. But when I'm shooting video, I prefer to have kind of a heavier, solid feeling anyway. It provides me with smoother video, I think, if I'm doing handheld, that sort of thing. It won't be a lens that you would use on a fly cam, just because of its weight, and you'd have to carry, I mean, unless you have one of those supporting arm braces and stuff like that, I wouldn't use this for that purpose. Yeah, it's a great lens. I'll link you on Amazon to where I got it, and you can read more reviews there. I'll probably keep doing some more in-depth stuff as I keep experimenting with it, but it is an awesome, awesome lens. And if you're shooting with a micro four thirds camera, the 35 millimeter will provide some very pleasing portraits. They won't look, they'll look closer to 50 millimeter, you know. I'm not sure exactly how it equates, but it's close to 50. And so, yeah, it's crazy. You have your wide and your portrait lens all in one. And so, I like it quite a bit. And so I would check it out. Cons, heavy, long, could be expensive. Pros, kind of cheap compared to similar lenses. Stable lens for video, ton of primes within it, low aperture of 1.8. Yeah, there you go. I'll see you guys next time.